Tristan Law Show. If it's your first time here, welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back. I'm Tristan Law, Summertime Pro Wrestling. Today, I'm your host. You know, we got War Games coming up, and this Survivor Series, it's not just war. And it's not because of that, because of the double cages. This is the most chaotic, political, ego-driven build that WWE has done all year. I'm willing to take that one to the bank. You've got alliances that don't make sense, betrayals that absolutely do, and 2 War Games matches stacked with champions, legends, and generational names. But forget the posters, because today I am joined by my good friend, Jess the Yapton. We'll be talking about everything Survivor Series related. We're going to be breaking out who actually walks into San Diego with the advantage and why this might be the night that changes everything going to WrestleMania season. Jess, what's going on?
Hey, happy Thanksgiving, happy Turkey Day, all those good. Happy Black Friday. If y'all celebrate, y'all know what it is. But of course, we are so excited for PLE Saturdays. We love PLE Saturdays, and this was the most anticipated War Games. It's going to be, and like you said, Trish, it is packed in. It is packed in. But I guess the question is, who is the leader? Who is the alpha of these teams? Who is it? Who is going to take home the championship? Well, not championship, but who will take home the W?
Who's going to take home the
W? The heroes or the villains?
And that's what this whole why I feel like this whole entire thing is crazy. There's so many different stories going into this whole entire thing. Like we're going to be looking at, why did Roman really come back now? You know,
right?
CM,
didn't he say Christmas?
Right.
I was like,
right. I mean, I get it if he said Thanksgiving, because it'd be right around Thanksgiving, but he said Christmas. Is CM Punk versus Braun Breaker the next major program? Is that what we're going to get out of this?
Are we getting seen? Is it that, or are we looking at a potential double belt Roman Reigns again? What if we're setting that up for again, and we got Roman Reigns about to be double belt again?
I don't think anybody wants that. But
I mean, I get why people don't want that. I understand that. But then for stat purposes, why not? Why not try this whole thing for what he held it for over 400? No, he did the 300, right?
Right, he held it for a very long time. He held it for a very long time.
Okay, for a very, very long time. And he's like considered number 6, correct?
Sure. Without me looking it up, sure.
Yeah, when I was looking it up, it's about 6. So why not want him to move up the ladder a little bit to like maybe number 4?
Sure.
Or number 3.
And AJ Lee, she's back, but does this set up for her WrestleMania run? We're so close to WrestleMania. The year is just about done.
So, yeah, that prediction. I can't wait till y'all hear me about AJ Lee and her little storyline. Because everything, like I've been saying for the last couple of weeks, everything is revolving around the return of Liv Morgan. They haven't teased it yet, but we all know that Liv Morgan is coming back for either this PLE, or she might be back tonight. She might be back tomorrow. She might be back for Raw, but we know she is coming back within these 2 weeks.
Well, chat, I want to hear from you early. I want to hear who wins the War Games matches. At the end of every segment, we're going to go through. I just want to hear who you think is going to win. Stand on your business. We also got a live poll going on. I want to know which match you are most excited for. Are you excited for the men's War Games? Are you excited for the women's War Games? Are you excited for Cena versus Mysterio for the Intercontinental Championship? Or are you excited for Stephanie Vaquer versus Nikki Bella for the Women's World Championship? Let us know. Right now, it seems like everybody's more excited for the Women's War Games match with 40%. But what we're going to kick this thing off with is we're going to kick it off with the men's the men's War Games match. Like, when you look at this match, Jess, this whole entire thing is stacked. You've got CM Punk, you've got Cody Rhodes, you've got Roman Reigns, you got the Usos. This is the most stacked War Games ever. You got Brock Lesnar returning under Paul Heyman. It's poetic and terrifying. Drew McIntyre, he's suspended, but because of a loophole, he's there. This is technically the best angle that WWE has ran in years. Logan Paul, the ultimate wild card, but he just belongs. Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed, 'tis the season. This is the reason that this match even exists, for people like that. Like, how do you feel? What's your excitement level around this whole entire match?
Oh man, it's terrifying. It's like that emotional terrified feeling that is like this whole match could go anywhere. I mean, of course, I'm going to go for the team heroes. I'm going for Cody Rhodes and them. But I guess the main thing is what I want to know is who's going to be the weakest link on each side of of the team. Honestly, I don't have much. I don't I don't have much faith in Logan Paul. I
Hmm.
feel like in some way Logan Paul is going to kind of mess up in some type of way, just like a possibility because they can't figure out who's the boss or who's the leader of Team Heroes. Cody Rhodes, Cody Rhodes, and CM Punk are probably going to have some issues, which Roman is still a heel, ladies and gentlemen. Roman is still a heel, so he might play this to his advantage. Why? Because two out the five are his family members. So let's just hope that it's all going to work out and it's going to work out like it did last year. Because
Hmm.
remember, Punk and Roman worked together last year. So let's hope this actually works out. What do you think?
So what I think though, just looking at this men's War Games match, Paul Heyman has literally built the Avengers, but it's the evil version of
Yeah.
what he's doing. Like, okay, fine, Roman Reigns is really a babyface, but you know what? He has issues. He's only in this match, like he said, because of his cousins. His cousins are in there. You know, the Usos. Then you got CM Punk. He got beef. Every there's some kind of drama with everybody inside of that match. And one of the things that you really got to, the people that I really got my eye on,
Mm-hmm.
I got my eye on Jey Uso. Jey Uso, out of everybody in that group, he is the
Mm-hmm.
person that has tasted being a champion and he lost it and he wants to get back up there. But how does he get up there? But he has his brother. His brother has never been on the mountain, but he
Mm.
wants to be on the mountain. How does he get up there?
Mm. I mean, if I'm grasping at straws,
Grasp.
somehow I feel like Roman is in the middle of all of that. Though we know Roman's, final game is to have his belts back, of course. But what if? What if, he helps work it out for Jimmy and Jay to have a belt? One at Raw, the other one SmackDown. Now, all Roman's got to do is do what he always do, play all in their ear, divide them up, do what he did with the Bloodline, and now all of a sudden you got brother beef all over again. And now Roman just has to pick and choose or take both. Can you imagine a triple match for both for two belts between the Usos and Roman Reigns?
I think that would make Christmas pretty awkward because now all of a sudden he's all
Mm-hmm.
cool with everybody in the ring. Like the reason why they lost that last match was because of him. Now everybody's all just cool. Cody Rhodes is the champion. Cody
Right.
Rhodes took that belt off of Roman Reigns. So now they're just cool
Mm-hmm.
now. They're supposed to just coexist. It's just like somebody rolled a
That's what I'm
grenade into
saying.
a room and just walked out. Whoever booked this, you know what? Bravo to them. Because I'm excited for War Games.
Oh man, because it's not even because of the meat of the war games. It's the bread. It's what's going to happen afterwards. It's what's going to happen at the after Raw, the SmackDown afterwards. Hey, the SmackDown tonight is probably going to affect this game. It's amazing. I am truly just excited as you are. But as I said again, this is my team right here. I'm going for this team, and I'm hoping that they could, put all your differences aside because this is war games. And we got work to do.
I
We got
think,
work to do.
like I was saying before, Jey Uso, he's the emotional center of this entire match. It's not Cody, it's not CM Punk, because CM Punk is a champion. Cody's a champion. Roman's been a champion. He is the emotional center. What if he feels like, he needs to be the one that grabs the pin? Because he has more to prove than everybody else in that ring. He
I
needs
mean,
to
we've
prove
seen
that
that
he
before.
belongs.
We've seen that before with the elimination match for the championship when he tossed his brother over the ring. Easy, no problem, right? So that or Again, this is a big betrayal. I know there is a
It's
betrayal. We
coming.
just can't prove it.
It's
We
coming.
can't prove it, but there's a betrayal coming. Why? It is definitely going to be with somehow I feel like Jey and Roman are going to team up and become this faction of betrayal. Just for just off of spite for Jimmy betraying them the last time.
So Fernando is saying that that Jimmy Uso, aka the
Mhm.
Tito Jackson of, has no business in the men's War Games match instead of LA Knight. So he calls, in case you guys don't know, he calls Jey Uso Tito Jackson because he's like the one that gets no love, the one that thinks he's a bigger star than he is. Do you think that Jey Uso has no business being in this match?
Comparing him and Tito Jackson is a wild
It is.
accusation.
It is, but he did it.
No, I don't agree to that at all. Y'all know I'm all Uso'd. I'm a Usi.
No, you're
So,
you're
but
being Uset. Be careful what you say. My mother might
oh
be
yeah, I'm
watching.
a Uset.
You're
So
Uset, not a
oh shit, new to me. But anyway, uh, I'm Team Uso. So I feel like again, it just goes back to the idea of betrayal that he has to. You got to build this stuff up.
Mm-hmm.
Let's be for real. This is his first time going solo, all the way, like fully solo without his brother. So I feel like this is just an opportunity for him to gain a little traction, gain a little more. He already has the audience. He already has the kids. He already has the merchandise. All we have to do is continue to build on his character. It's just character building. I'm not giving up on Jey Uso. I feel like as time progressed, his character is going to be better. Now, we haven't figured out if he's a heel or babyface right now. He's on the fence right now, but eventually later on, I think we're going to figure that out tonight.
Uh,
We're going to see who is he? Who is Jey Uso? Is he the friend or is he Roman Jr.?
well, Fernando says that the women's War Games is going to be better. It's been built better. The men's War Games was just thrown together. You know, I felt that way about the women's War Game match as well too. We're going to talk about that, but let's talk
Mm.
about a little bit about before we go into the women's War Games match. Let's talk about what pretty much brought us all here. You got Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker. They're just a wrecking crew. They put everybody out, including Seth Rollins. You know what? CM Punk, Cody Rhodes, Jey Uso, they forced them to choose violence. You know, Jimmy's returning to support Jade. His family tension, it's simmering there. You know, Thanksgiving must have been really awkward. Drew McIntyre suspended, then they creatively reinvented him. And Brock Lesnar, bravo to Brock Lesnar. The surprise
Mm-hmm.
return, it's a nuclear moment because he slipped the other day on Monday Night Raw. And the way that he finessed that, oh man. Oh man.
I mean, not too much, not too much, Trish,
No,
because I
no, no,
mean,
no love for Brock?
when you're a professional, the show must go on, and you always got it. You got to do what you got to do. As a former marching band person who has had a spat or a hat or something or a glove fall off, glasses, you just got to keep
Gotta keep
going. You
going.
got to act like nothing just happened, and it was all a part of the show. But now back to Brock Lesnar. Apparently on social media, this is what y'all are saying. Y'all are saying that the Brock Lesnar hat is cursed. Now, what's up with that? What do you think about that, Trish?
I didn't hear that. Explain that a little bit more for us, please.
Apparently, when Brock Lesnar puts his cowboy hat on top of your head, it's a curse. You know how everyone says you shouldn't kiss the belt or you're not going to have the belt. Apparently, if Brock Lesnar blesses you with his hat, you're not going to make it or something like that or something stupid. They're only saying that because he did this with Austin Theory. And unfortunately, we have not seen the return of Austin Theory yet. Yet. And now he decides to do that with Braun Breaker. So everyone is like, I don't know. But I'm like, this is Braun Breaker, man. He's the next
John Cena?
no, he's the next heel. He's the next heel. He's like, in reality, he's the next Brock Lesnar. Honestly, I mean, he's got the build. He's got the roof. You know, he's got it all. He's got
he's
it.
got the what?
got the what? That little bark that he do. I kind of like that. And the head shake and the schizo stuff. And it's
Show us the
Paul.
schizo
Paul
stuff.
Cho's a good guy, man. Cho's a great guy.
There's people that don't understand the schizo stuff. Show us what you mean. Don't. Oh my God, Jess. No, Jess. Bad Jess. Maria said hello.
Hey, Maria.
Hi, Maria. You know, it's funny. I talked about Maria and Fernando and Cupcake and Stu at dinner the other night. Everybody's like, oh, tell us about your YouTube channel. I talked about you, Jess, and stuff like that. And they were like, how's it going? And they were like, do people actually watch the show? I said, yeah. I said, people show up doing their lunch break or whatever it is that they're doing Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at noon, and they watch to hear what me and Jess talks about. They go, what do you think makes it so special? I said, because we let them be a part of the conversation. They don't just sit there and just watch. They talk, and they're a part of the show. You know, they're not just sitting there. My cousin goes, you know, maybe you can do a live show one day and invite all of them. It could be like a meetup. I said, ha, ha, ha.
Bing, bong.
Already thinking about it. Already thinking about it.
That, like a little live mini show. Like they used to do back in the early 2000s, late 90s.
Right.
Live studio audience. It's the Tristan Law Show.
Maria says that Braun Breaker needs to get the win for his team. Fernando says the main event building of Braun Breaker should begin at War Games. Look, I don't dispute that.
I agree.
Because Braun Breaker we seen him as the champion. He wasn't the champion. We just seen him with the belt on his shoulder after he took out Seth Rollins. Mm-hmm. And the easy thing to do was just give him the championship.
I feel that.
But we didn't go that easy route.
You know, I'm about to say, but you know whose road to character this reminds me of?
Tell me.
Solo never really talked much. Solo never, but when Solo wrestled, you knew that, it was about to be a good match. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like, again, he's being built. Character building. He's going to talk more. He's probably getting his mic work ready. Like, I like Braun Breaker. I truly do. But we got to have character building. We got to get him good on the mic. We got to make him I don't like him on the mic. I don't think his mic work is the best. But the boy man can wrestle. Ooh-wee.
So let me ask you this then. Looking at Drew McIntyre, like he doesn't belong in this whole entire thing at all.
Well, Drew, I think they pulled him out the ass because, I think that's all that's left on the roster that's probably healthy. It might have been Sheamus for all we know, but he's hurt.
That's true.
It could have been so many people, but because they're probably in the John Cena tournament or they're injured, I don't think they have many people left on the male side of the roster. People on vacation, it's not that many. But I understand how people is like, the men could have been built better. For example, since we're having a kind of a tag team women's match, we could have had the men's one, with the Street Profits and the Wyatts and who's that over there? DIY and the Machine Guns. We could have had the tag teams because we have not seen the male tag teams much.
But we should be seeing them on SmackDown because the New Day is supposed to have like a tag team match with them, with whoever the tag team champions are.
Oh, is that on SmackDown or is that Raw?
You know what? I'm just going to turn on the TV. I'm going to go to the UK and whatever shows on the TV shows on the TV.
Got you. Because I was like, I think that's a Raw match, but I'm talking about at SmackDown. It's kind of, everyone's been talking about it, how SmackDown has been kind of going down while Raw is just rising every single day.
I disagree with anybody that says that. I am enjoying watching SmackDown. I think the only thing that I'm dreading right now is SmackDown going back to 3 hours. I don't want my SmackDown to be 3 hours. I want my SmackDown to be 2. Get me in and get me out. Good night, sayonara. Thank you very much for coming. But you know what?
Well, that's because we're on the other side of the fence when it comes down to going to bed. You know what I'm saying?
What are you trying to say?
I'm not saying you're old, Trish, but we are on the OG side of the fence. So even I'm like, I got things that I want to watch or do. And again, it's just not enough. It's not enough all going on at SmackDown. So, okay, unless you're going to make the matches longer, like the United States Championship tournament, unless you're going to make that more than, what do we usually have that at, 5 to 7 minutes almost, give or take?
Depends on the
Unless
night
you're gonna,
and the story that you need them to tell.
okay, okay. So we're talking about 5 to 7 minutes there. Now, unless we're about to have a woman's match for something, what? Because the women's tag teams were there. What they had their conversation at Raw. So I just can't see what else. What else can we do right now? What story are they about to pull out their ass on tonight? Tonight, I'm sorry, on tonight. I almost forgot today's Friday.
Well, we are going to have to watch. A lot of people are saying that it shouldn't be a live SmackDown after Thanksgiving or whatever the case may be. That's another conversation. Maybe we can have that on Sunday for the
PLEs
recap
during the
show.
holiday.
Yeah, a lot of people saying that they don't like that. But let's go ahead and predict that match now.
Wait a minute. Before you go, I just want y'all to. I want to put a bug in y'all ear about that. How is it that y'all are not okay with wrestlers doing it, but football, basketball, and everybody else in sports, they do it all the time. But somehow, all of a sudden, they always end up back with their family somehow.
So let me ask you a question because I don't know. They had foosball on yesterday.
They always have foosball on Thanksgiving
every
year.
You know what? I am so oblivious. You know, my little Tristan Lord, you know, he was there. And, you know, we were watching movies and stuff like that at my aunt's house. So I had no clue that football was on. Because, you know, maybe he was looking for football. But that's good. You know what, Jess? God damn it, I say hand clap to you. You proved a really good point. The NFL could do it and put shows on during the holidays. Why can't the WWE?
Mm-hmm. Every year. And we got, and the games go 1:15, 4:20, 8:20. So
they go what?
Come on.
4:20.
All right. First set of games is at 1.
Oh.
1:15. The second sets are always at 4:20. The last sets are always at 8:20.
Okay.
For all the men that think that, women don't know what they're doing when it comes down to sports. You just met one and you just fucked around and found out.
Bing bang.
So let's predict that War Games match for the men. I think that Cody's momentum as champion, it's dangerous to bet against that. I think that Punk's presence hints at a bigger long-term story. There's so many stories in here. Okay. It's pretty much just like a soup, like a goulash, like a stew. It's a stew.
Very good. It's a very good goulash too.
Yeah.
You got all your seasonings. You got your macaroni noodles and your tomatoes and your meats and your spaghetti sauce. It looks good.
Punk's presence, it hints at a bigger long-term story. Like I said, Roman's booking philosophy, he doesn't return to lose, really. Like, he returned, they said it's the third debut that he's had in a whole entire calendar year.
This year, yes. It's been rare since Roman Reigns has been on. But here's a question I got for you, Tristan.
Ooh, I love questions.
So what if Roman stood on business and said, I'm not going to see y'all until December? What if he really stood on business? Who would have they called?
LA Knight. He's the person. LA Knight's one of the people that's floating around the mid card that they can easily interchange into the main event picture right now. So like 100%, if you didn't have, obviously, okay, fine, they put Cody. If Cody wasn't in there, LA Knight could have fit in there. Okay, fine, they got the world heavyweight champion in there. If he wasn't in there, they could have put LA Knight in there. If for some strange reason that Jimmy Uso wasn't there, or what if, Naomi gives birth, but I think it's a little bit too soon for her to give birth. So let me not put that back.
We're coming close, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. She has been posting, and we have a girl. If y'all didn't know.
It's a girl.
We have a girl.
But I think the thing, too, though, is that LA Knight, he's definitely plug and play. Hopefully we'll see a lot of him on SmackDown and Raw to make up for that, but he's definitely plug and play. I feel like on the heel side, everybody that could have been in it is in it because they put Brock Lesnar in it, right? Brock Lesnar doesn't just come back just to come back, but remember, him and Paul Heyman, they had a little deal going on a couple months ago, which is why at WrestlePalooza, Paul Heyman had the ability to be the announcer, the ring announcer for Paul Heyman. So what's going on with those two? There's so much going on out there. But if you had to book somebody to win, Jess, pick a team to win.
Oh, I am the the hero team. I am team whoever is the leader of this. We're gonna call this team Punk Uso Rhodes Reigns.
So everybody's just the captain.
They're still trying to figure out, who's Michael Jackson in this.
Right. Well, we already know who Tito is. Fernando told us who Tito is.
Tito is Jimmy. Even though lately,
no, Tito. If Jimmy was anybody, he'd be Randy.
No, that man Marlon. What you mean?
Damn. Not baby Michael.
But all jokes aside, if for the ones who've been watching Jimmy lately, he's been getting better. And low key, he has more stamina than his brother. We just saw it on the last tag match. It just truly seems like Jimmy has more stamina, while Jey kind of more is the star. Sometimes that just happens when it comes down to brothers. It's like, yeah, we see Jey, you see how the kids react to him and doing the yeet and everything like that. But I think Jimmy is the one that's been doing all the work. Jimmy's probably the one that works out. Jimmy's the one that's probably like practicing more. He probably gives more. I'm not saying that Jay's not doing no work, but I feel like Jimmy is doing an extension amount of work. He's overdoing it, not to prove anything, but to just be ready. Stay ready so you don't have to get ready.
All right. So if I was going to pick somebody to win, I'm going to go with what Maria says. Maria says Team Vision should win because Cody and the crew can't get along. There is just so much beef going on in between them with Cody Rhodes, and Cody took the belt off of Roman Reigns. Looking at Jey Uso, CM Punk has something that Jey Uso wants. When you're looking at the whole entire picture, Punk, Rhodes, Reigns, and Jey Uso, they've been champions. So one of these things are not like the other. One of the things are not like the same, and that thing that's not like the other, that's Jimmy Uso. He doesn't belong. He probably feels like he has so much to prove, and this match is going to be his shining moment. And because of that, they're going to zig when they should have zagged. If I had to pick a person to win, a team to win, I'm going with Team Heyman. And that's Paul Heyman's team.
I'm not even mad at you for that, because you are right. If we look at the team Punk Jimmy and them, it is a whole lot of Chiefs and a lot of Indians.
Right.
A whole lot of Chiefs. That's like 4 Chiefs. What is it? It's 5 match. 4 of them have been champions. That's a lot of Chiefs and 1 Indian.
Right.
So that's going to be fun. Absolutely. I can't wait till we talk about what happens.
And that's going to be happening Sunday at noon. So make sure you lock in. Make sure you watch Survivor Series War Games, because we are going to be back to break it down. Jess and I, you never know, we might have a guest, might not have a guest with us, a guest host, but we're going to be breaking it down, and we want to hear from you. We want to hear what you thought. So make sure you join us Sunday, noon, Eastern time, right here on the Tristan Law Show. But we just talked about the men's War Games match, and that's just half of Survivor Series. The women's match, this is going to just be downright chaotic. So looking at this match, you've got AJ Lee, you got Charlotte, you got Rhea, you got Alexa, you got Io, stacked. Opposing team, Becky, Asuka, Kairi Sane, Nia Jax, Lash Legend, stacked.
I love it. Look how pretty that picture is. Look how pretty it is. It got all the juggernauts in there. Look at that. Io, Rhea, AJ, Charlotte Flair. You got Alexa. You got our new baby, Lash Legend. Like, oh, I'm so proud of Lash Legend. Like, honestly, I am so very proud of her. She deserves it. And I can't wait to see Jada. Jada's coming too. We just don't know when yet, but she's coming.
You see, the thing that kind of perturbs me about that match, right? Because when you look at that match there, right? Unlike the men's match where they have the champions involved, like, where's Jade Cargill? Why is Jade Cargill not even inserted into that picture?
Oh, because I feel like this is a tag team thing. I mean, Jade is who she is. You know what I'm saying? She's on the same run as Tiffany.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We didn't see Tiffany too many times either. So I feel like
Okay.
this is a beef of tag teams because you know you got your Lash Legend and
Nia Jax.
Nia Jax. They just got
Okay.
together. Kabuki Warriors. You got the
I think that's a dumb name, but yeah.
Alexa Flair, whatever they call it.
Uh-huh.
And then of course you got the Rio, right? That's
Yeah.
what we calling it. The
Yeah.
Rio, the Rena Ripley and Io
Rio.
Sky thing.
Or Io Ripley. Io Ripley. Whatever. But yeah. And the
Whatever.
only two odd people in that match are Becky Lynch and AJ Lee, but they have something in
I'm
common.
gonna say, are they though? Because they got some beef going on, and it's more towards the international championship. I'm gonna say that storyline
Intercontinental
is to
Championship.
build on it, huh?
The Intercontinental.
I'm sorry,
Okay.
intercontinental championship. That's going to build on that because, well, Becky lost it, and AJ due to AJ Lee helping out Maxine, right?
Right.
So I think it's going to create a more of a three-way match for when we come back to regular programming, and Becky is going to try to get her belt back, but you know, what if AJ's looking to turn heel too? You know what I'm saying?
AJ can't. AJ's not turning heel yet. Nah, I don't see that. Not yet.
I'm about to say highly not. You're right.
If I
But
wasn't, if I wasn't trusting anybody in that match, anybody, if I wasn't trusting anybody, the only two people that I'm not trusting is Charlotte Flair and Io Sky.
Nah, it's the Kabukis.
Nah.
I'm sorry.
So you think that the Kabuki Warriors would turn their back on their team?
No, I don't think the Kabuki Warriors would turn back on their team at all.
And that's what I'm talking about, the whole trust thing.
Oh, which also leads into tonight. Because I'm still looking at Kyrie. Kyrie's getting abused. That is domestic violence happening to this girl. And I just want to see how long it's going to take before she is like, you know what, I'm done.
Okay. When you see that, I can see where her loyalty could waver in there and cost a woman the match because she's tired of being slapped around by Asuka. I can see that. So okay, fine. But you know what though? But she still has the loyalty, right? I don't think that her loyalty is wavering right now. She might just get fed up and is having up and just say that she's going to leave. But if I'm looking at it, I don't trust Charlotte Flair and I don't trust Io Sky. What if Io Sky decides that she is going to say, you know what, go with her, not brethren. What do you call them when they're sister? Her sisters.
Yeah, it's not happening. That's already broken up. That happened about 3-4 Raws ago. It's not happening. And honestly, if we want to look at it, I think Io's the leader of that little factions right there because she's the only one, you know, trying to keep everybody together. I mean, it took Io to probably talk to Rhea and say, look, I know you and Charlotte have y'all's, you know, main eventer belt holding history because if I last recall, it was Rhea that won the heavyweight championship from Charlotte Flair.
Okay.
So, you know, that tension is still a thing. And that's when that was the last time we ever saw Charlotte Flair because, you know, with her injuries and everything else that was happening in her life. But for her to, you know, put all of that aside because of Io and say, look, this is War Games. I'm tired of them over there. You're tired of them over there. So let's bite the bullet because, you know, we're women. We could take that. It's a lot easier for men, in my opinion. Let's just put it all to the side and let's do what we need to do and go take out bullies. So there we go. We got the team bullies and then we got team anti-bullies.
Okay. I could see that a little bit. I can see that, yeah.
Which is so crazy because I'm like, Rhea, you used to be a bully, but now she's like, she can't. And I think it's all thanks to Io Sky. Io softened her up.
Looking at the chat real quick. Ryan Armstrong, Winterhawk, such a long name. Love it still. He says, even NHL hockey will have a live match today at 1 p.m. So why not wrestling? I love it. So the thing that I'm looking at when I'm looking at this whole entire story, I'm looking at Charlotte Flair. Charlotte Flair's a how many time champion? Multi-time champion? 15,
17.
16?
Oh, no, 14.
14-time champion? She's in the teen championships, right? Charlotte Flair has been wrestling in the WWE, what? I might be wrong, almost 10 years, if not 10, 11 years?
Long time, almost 15 years now.
Here's the question here. Who is Charlotte Flair without the championship?
I think that's what she's trying to figure out right now, which is why she locked in with Alexa Bliss. I think that's what she's trying to figure out. Didn't Nia Jax say that? It's like, bro, I mean, other than Alexa, they both have problems making friends.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But look at Charlotte. Charlotte's been here so long, she don't got to work with nobody. It's worked for her already.
Yeah, but it's nice to have a friend in the locker room since you know it's a whole lot of injustice happening back there in the room. Little just a little sidebar. You know, Becky Lynch was sitting on Brett. I can't think of his name right now, but he has like a cooking show, and her and Steph were sitting at the table and they were talking. And she said when she was like kind of first coming in, they will always tell her to stay away from the guys, stay away
I
from the
read
guy
that.
locker room,
Mm-hmm.
because why is there was a certain person on the main roster currently, I don't know, she wouldn't give a name, that you know if you slept with him, he will blackball you. And if you didn't sleep with him, he's going to blackball you, type thing. And I'm like, oh, so it looks like some injustice is happening in the girls locker room. So why not
Yeah, I
show
mean,
solidarity? It doesn't matter who you vote for, the bullies or the anti-bullies, but it's just to see all these women stand together and be professionals and not worry about what's going on. I think, you know, I mean, I know that's a little deep meaning and I'm probably just grasping at straws, but I think this match is more than just a match. It's a call of arms. It's to stand in solidarity for the other girls that, you know, yeah, you know, we all beefing, but we all could work together. It doesn't matter how much we're beefing or don't like each other.
when I'm looking at this whole entire match, this
Mm-hmm.
match is the women's division at its most layered since
True.
2018. You when you look back at the first War Games match, you know, Team Shayna versus Team Rhea, like, all right, that's nice. You know, y'all got your little spot, fine.
I miss Shayna, bro. She was cool.
But when you're looking at this match here, you've got Becky, you've got
Yes.
Charlotte, multi-time champions. You've got Asuka, undefeated women's NXT champion. You got AJ Lee. She's a part of the old guard. You got
Mm-hmm.
Nia Jax. Nia Jax don't need no championship. They're sending her to beat people up. Lash Legend. Heads.
Also
She
here to
is
beat people up and look pretty.
heads and shoulders. She is it for this for this new generation. This match is so layered, and AJ Lee being back, it shifts the entire women's division.
Mm-hmm. It sure does.
Because
I
what
think so.
because what does she want? Like, because when you look at the whole entire thing, how does she even fit into this? Right? Right, maybe she got a beef with Becky Lynch, right? But the thing about her would be taking the Intercontinental Championship off Becky Lynch because she don't want Becky Lynch to have it. So why is
True.
she in here now? Does she really still have a legit beef? But I'll say this though.
I don't think with Becky Lynch. I think it's a deeper one, the one I've been teasing to everybody on previous episodes. Make sure you go check those out. All of this revolves around Liv Morgan, or we're going to get that AJ Lee versus Nikki Bella again.
Yeah, nobody wants that.
Who don't?
I
I
don't.
do.
I
Y'all
don't.
are crazy.
I don't.
Remember, I'm about to say, y'all don't remember, bro. She's the reason why Nikki Bella has a fake tooth, bro. She's the reason she kicked the shit out of her and knocked her tooth out.
Look, I mean, look. Tomorrow's War Games in San Diego, Saturday, November 29th, 7 p.m. Eastern,
Mm-hmm.
ESPN United States or Netflix International. I'm getting ready to go on that plane once we're done with this. But like, I would like for Nikki Bell to find something to do. Like, Nikki, if you don't got nothing to do, Nikki, if you could find something to do tomorrow, go do it. Maybe, look, maybe I don't know, girl, go find something to do. Maybe it's not War Games. Maybe it's not. Don't show up to War Games. So let me ask you this then, Jess. Which match are you? Which? Give me your predictions. Who do you think is going to win this match?
Team anti-bullies, AJ Lee and them. I think again, I think they're all gonna put all that bullshit to the side, and we're gonna truly see them together, working together, and it's gonna look good. It's gonna look really, really good because that's why AJ is there. Remember, AJ is team mental health, and you know, finding yourself and doing what you love to do, no matter what's going on around in the world. So, I'm team Charlotte Flair and Rena and AJ and everybody.
So for me, if I'm going to pick somebody who's going to win this match, I'm definitely going to side with Jess. I am going to pick, team AJ Lee and I think putting AJ Lee in tag matches since she has returned is a very safe way to to get her back into the scene, so that she doesn't have to go into the ring and do a match on her own. I think that's amazing that they can still protect her. But I'm looking forward to what you guys have to say. Go ahead and put that in the chat, whether you're watching live or on demand. Just type in who you think is going to win. But what we're doing right now, because we are moving on. We are talking about matches that have titles on the line too, and this one might be a little bit emotional. The match that I'm talking about is the match between John Cena and what's his name, Dirty Dom Mysterio. That's what I'm talking about.
He said, "Who am I talking about?" Right. Hey, look, that's another little bug I want to put in your ear, Trish. Dominic Mysterio has the best storyline in the WWE industry. He has it.
In WWE or pro wrestling, period?
Matter of fact, pro wrestling, period. Why? This man has been doing the same story since he was, what, 9? He's been in the same storyline since he was 9 years old, and he hasn't let up yet. I'm like, every storyline has a beginning and an end. His storyline, we're still in the middle of the story. We're still at the climax. We're still at the top of the hill. The ball hasn't rolled down the hill yet for Dominic Mysterio. Now, I'm not the biggest Dominic Mysterio fan, but I will definitely say, boy, he's good. I enjoy his storyline, but he's not getting his title back. Absolutely not.
Jess, I can definitely piggyback off of that because I feel that same sentiment as well too. This is John Cena's final PLE. He beat Dom in Boston in his home turf, but now we're in Dom's backyard. It's emotional stakes for both of them. Everybody needs to understand this about Dominic Mysterio. Dominic Mysterio is way better in big moments than fans admit. Give that man some credit. Look, you talking about big match John? How about big match Dom? Dom always shows up. Despite what you think, he always shows up and puts his best foot forward. You made a face, you don't agree.
Because I'm like, best foot forward is a bit of a stretch. He's a cheater. He's a Judgment Day member. So yeah, he does what he has to do and everything during the match, but he ain't doing that much work. He's come on, he's always snaking it. He's always got something. The bell hammer or something or anything, or try to fake like he hit somebody with the belt and then fall. Remember all of that? I'm like, no, it's time for him to be taught a lesson in respect, as our boy John Cena said.
Right. John Cena does have hustle, loyalty, and respect. You see, the thing too is that I feel that the easy answer would have been, all right, well, John Cena hasn't been, multi-time. He hasn't been Intercontinental Champion.
He's never been Grand Slam at all.
Never been Grand Slam. So the easiest thing to do would have been just to give John Cena the Intercontinental Championship, right? Just to give it to him so he can have it on his way out. But now that John Cena's on his way out, the easy answer is to give it back to Dom on Saturday night. Why not let Dom lose that match? Because remember when Dom was in the Judgment, when they were in the Judgment Day, he was smelling himself. I've said it.
Still is.
When they told him that they weren't going to help him, or whatever the case may be, they would let him go out there by himself, Dom figured it out. He had Americano Grande, Americano Mediano, and Americano Pequeño. He had all three of them out there helping him, and that's how he was winning his matches. Dom is smelling himself because he has the championship. He feels that he is bigger than what his clothes really is. So what I think is that Dom needs to lose. Dom is a bona fide babyface. I'm still waiting for the Judgment Day to turn on Dom, and for the only person to be able to save Dom is his dad. I feel that John Cena should retire with the championship. Well, not retire. He should beat Dom, and the winner of the person that in the this time is now championship tournament thing that they're doing with John Cena and them, with the people who's going to face John Cena next month at Saturday night's main event for Cena's last match. That is where you have the Intercontinental Championship.
I was trying to say that, Trish, but you beat me to it.
Oh, great minds think
It's
alike.
like, yeah, that was my idea. Like, no, he's not getting that belt back tomorrow night. Absolutely not. Not while he's about to retire out. Nah. But then again, I'm like the winner. So now we gotta look at the tournament and who's in the tournament right now.
And we
So
can
far,
definitely break that down if he wins on Sunday. I mean on Saturday. We can break that down for Sunday's show if John
yeah.
Cena keeps the championship.
I think so because I'm like, as we continue, because we. Oh yeah, by the way, make sure y'all do watch SmackDown today because we have to find out who's replacing Sheamus. Just a little sidebar because Sheamus is no longer in the tournament due to a medical injury, so we got to find somebody who is going to face Rusev.
It should have been Shinsuke Nakamura. If it's not Shinsuke Nakamura, I want my money back because
Why?
Shinsuke lost to Sheamus. Sheamus is out, so Sheamus can't compete. The person that should be in that match should be Shinsuke. There should be nobody else. There should be no conversation. If it's not Shinsuke Nakamura, make sure y'all tune into Threads. Unless I go hang out with somebody's adult daughter today, I expect to be home. The Real Big Triss, you could follow me. On Threads, you can follow Jess at Jess the Yapton. That's 2 E's with the Yapton at the end. To see what we think, because I'm gonna tell you what I think once I find out that it's not Shinsuke. That's going to be short. Fernando says that he thinks it's going to be Joe Hendry replacing
Yeah,
Sheamus.
they've been put. I was going for that. Thank you. I was thinking that they've been talking about Joe Hendry a lot lately, and I mean a lot. I wanted Carmelo so bad. I did, but it's okay. I wanted Javon so bad. But like the big three, the three that I would hope it is that's not on the main roster already is either Trick, Femi, or Joe Hendry. Absolutely. Because
If it's not Shinsuke Nakamura,
you want him to be the Intercontinental?
it's not that I don't want him to be the Intercontinental.
Uh-huh.
What I'm saying is that I feel that if it's not him, he's being cheated. Don't get it wrong. I love that Joe Hendry's
He
going to
was the
be
United
could be in
States
it.
champion, though. Well, how is he getting cheated?
Well,
He was already United States, so
think about it in the terms of in kayfabe, right? In we're thinking about this as a shoot.
okay.
If you were the second place, you were the person that lost that match and no longer able to go through, why have another person just stick another person in there? If it's anybody else, they should
Because
either
this is about trying to get people over. This shouldn't be about. It's not just about who's going to retire John Cena, but this is also going to be about who's going to be the next star, who's going to be on the next main commercial of WWE. You know what I'm saying?
So you're saying that Shinsuke doesn't need it?
I don't think so. I don't think he needs it that much. It's up there, but I'm sorry, I don't think he's hungry enough.
Shinsuke Nakamura is a decorated world champion.
Absolutely.
He's a 2-time NXT champion. He's a 2-time Intercontinental champion. He's a 3-time United States champion. He's a 1-time tag team champion with Cesaro. He won the Men's Royal Rumble in 2018. He ran one battle for the crown in 2021 and NXT's Year End Award twice. Male Competitor of the Year in 2016 and overall Male Competitor of the Year 2016. My whole thing is that guy never had an opportunity to be a world champion. If they just stick Joe Hendry in there, they're doing him an injustice. If that's the case, that's where the storyline comes in.
You just told me this man's whole roster. He doesn't need it. He's already a champion. He's already got his general stripes. Why would you want to continue to be a mid card? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if you need to be heavyweight or if you need to be undisputed, because those are the last two left, right?
Right.
Why don't you work on yourself to be a part of it? Because again, didn't we just say if they didn't have certain people who would have been over there for the males, he could have been on Cody Rhodes' team. He could have instead of the Usos.
So I think that right now that you and I are both a little bit emotional about this.
No, we're not.
Okay, maybe I am. Okay, maybe I'm a little bit emotional about this, Jess. What I'm saying is that maybe we should just wait to see what happens, and then we can say, you know what? You know what? If it's not what we think it is, we can come in on Sunday, and we can talk about it, and we can complain about it, about how it's unfair to Shinsuke, or fair to this person, or that person, why Shinsuke belongs or not. But what we have to get through first, we have to get through tomorrow. I want to know, who do you think is going to win between John Cena and Dominic for the Intercontinental Championship tomorrow at War Games San Diego? What do you think? What's your prediction?
Oh, it's going to be John Cena with the help of Rey Mysterio.
You think Rey going to come out there and help? I think that John Cena said that Dom's going to be a good kid. Maybe Dom's a good kid. He got what he was supposed to get already. Dom is entitled to his rematch. Maybe they just want to leave and just go their own separate ways and just let it work. But I think that Dom Mysterio is going to lose, and he's going to lose clean to John Cena. If he does lose because of any interference, it's going to be from the Judgment Day.
If Dominic does this clean, man, then it's over for this heel Mysterio.
I would love it because he's not a heel. They're cheering him. They're cheering him at AAA last week when he did the tag team match. Dominic Mysterio is the person that everybody loves to hate. You love to hate Dominic Mysterio because you know what? It just feels cool to boo Dominic Mysterio. Wait, you actually hate Dominic Mysterio? No, I don't hate Dominic Mysterio. I love Dominic Mysterio. But that's the thing that we do to make it feel cool. Yeah, I agree. Boo Dominic Mysterio. That's what it's like for Dom.
That doesn't make him a babyface, though.
People are cheering for him. So let me ask you this. If
goes on the list of one of the greatest heels of all time. So far.
I can say that. I don't dispute that. But if you are looking at Dom Mysterio, if Dom Mysterio is positioned as a babyface on Monday, you're not going to be excited? You're not going to be intrigued as to what happened?
Nah. Again, it will be interesting later on next month in December.
If he doesn't win?
A three-way. Because I think it's going to be a three-way.
Nah, that's going to be so messy.
You think? Like the final person to win the tournament. And instead of it just being him and John Cena, it'd be a three-way. Him, John Cena, and Dominic Mysterio for the Intercontinental Championship. Which means that if Gunther was to win, you know, he's been dropped. See, and that's why I'm like, maybe Gunther won't win because that will drop down with, it'll drop him down the mid-card. So, I don't know. So, I'm picking Cena.
I'm picking Cena as well, too. Let's go. Oh, wait, hold on. Fernando says three-way question marks. Well, Fernando, we're short on time. We're not going to get into that really, but I'm hoping it's not. But Ryan says that Dom defeats Cena, and he's already putting in Stephanie Vaquer defeating Nikki. That is the match that we're going to be looking at pretty much right now. Because speaking of shock the world, this match, I don't know. Some people think this might be a sleeper of the whole entire card, but the match I'm talking about is Vaquer versus Nikki Bella. This is a match that you were excited for, Jess.
Absolutely.
Tell us how you tell me why you're mad, son. Tell me why you're mad, son. Tell me how you feel.
Absolutely. Why? Because I was so happy that Nikki Bella came back. I am a Bella Twin fan. Those were my girls back then, you know? That's just what it was. So to see he's a hater. He's a hater. You're just a Bella hater. But anyway.
I am.
So to see Nikki Bella become a heel was kind of cool to see, even though I kind of called it. But I think it's cute. It's cute so we can see if Nikki Bella has actually been working. You know what I'm saying? If you haven't just been prancing around with your big boobies and your pretty face and all of that you actually have been working on becoming that wrestler that you were back in 2014. I like it, but Team Stephanie, come on now. I am La Primera. I gotta go for my girl La Primera because she ain't held the belt too long enough. So no.
So when I'm looking at the whole entire thing, Jess, when I'm looking at this match here, I understand the motivation that's happening behind this match. Like Vaquer, she wants to establish herself with the fans. Like you said, she hasn't held the belt that long. But Nikki wants, one more title run. Do you think that she's deserving of it? I mean, some people say yes.
Yeah.
I say. But then
she's a vet. She's a vet. Come on. Her, like, no. Her and AJ and Becky, all of them came in, was around at the same time. I think it's nice. It's nice that the OGs like AJ Lee and Nikki Bella are having the opportunity that they didn't have.
I agree that they get to come back, but like, like Nikki couldn't find something to do. Like maybe she's busy tomorrow. Maybe she has to wash her hair or something like that. But I mean,
you are leaning towards misogyny and it's pissing me off.
No, I'm not leaning towards misogyny. I just don't like Nikki Bella. I love women's wrestling so much that you can't even understand. But I just don't. Nikki Bella doesn't do it for me. Nikki Bella could goodbye, farewell, until we meet again. Hopefully not. Nikki Bella doesn't do it for me. And I mean that in the most respectful way possible. I want to ask everybody from the chat, and I know that we're short on time. Let me know.
This is a sexy match, by the way.
You know what? I agree. I'm not disputing that. But this is what I want to know from everybody in the chat. Do you think that Nikki Bella does she do it for you? Do you go, oh my God, Nikki Bella's wrestling. I need to listen. Does she do it for you? That's what I want to know. But like the tag team partnership, then they had the betrayal that led to this match. I understand why Nikki Bella is doing what she's doing. Because you know what? Look what being nice got her. Being nice got her the short end of the stick. She was in the WWE before, it didn't matter really for women. But now she's in there to where the women are just equals. Nikki Bella is just a Hall of Famer chasing glory. And that story, though, that story is always money. But not with Nikki Bella in it.
Yeah. She has plenty to prove because unfortunately there are a lot of Bella haters like you. That feels like that she don't belong. That feels like she's only here because she dated John Cena.
Nah, I don't think I got nothing to do with that. At this point, no.
I mean, that's they're calling her a slut, a whore, unlovable, Cena left you and all that.
That's grimy. I think that's grimy.
It is. It's grimy, but that's entails. But it's the proof. I like it, even though I want Stephanie to win. I want Nikki to show who she is. People have forgotten who the Bella twins are. So I guess people just need a reminder. So Team Stephanie, but go Nikki. Team Stephanie, but go Nikki.
I am going with 100%. I am going with Stephanie Vaquer. I am not only a hater, right? I am not, but I'm also the president. Fernando says that Nikki Bella has no business in this match. He says that Stephanie Vaquer deserves better than this match. Maria says that Stephanie Vaquer should win in the squash. Fernando says that he's a proud member of the Nikki Bella hate club. And when I say hate, let me just explain this because we're short on time now. When I say I dislike Nikki Bella, I'm not talking about Nikki Bella as a person, right? Because I don't know who she is as a person. I'm talking about her character overall. But I'll say this. Survivor Series War Games might be the most important stop before the Royal Rumble. Careers will change, reputations will be made, and San Diego is about to become a war zone. Jess and I will be live on Sunday at noon for the full recap show. We're going to be talking about winners, we're going to be talking about losers, upsets, and maybe a surprise. Everything in this card sets it up for WrestleMania season. And if you're new here, make sure that you subscribe. Jump into the chat, be a part of the show. Give me a phone call. Text me, 973-826-0101. Email me, TristanLawShowMedia@gmail.com. Follow me and Jess on social media. She's Jess the Captain, and I'm the real Big Tris. Fernando, thank you. Maria, thank you. Everybody's looking forward to the men's War Games match. Jess and I will see you on Sunday at noon. This is the Tristan Law Show. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.